Here's how to easily complete the Get High obstacle course run in under 10 minutes in order to earn the shifting grid camo. I know this is going to be difficult for a lot of people. I'm sure a lot of people are struggling. So I'm going to show you how to do it quickly and easily. I've got some tips on how to cut out bits of the course and how to do it without dying too much. So if you're struggling, make sure you watch this video. I'm going to have timestamps in the description if you want to jump to a specific part. I'm also going to have other guides on how to get the other camos for the Get High event, you know, how to reach the castle, how to get all the coins, that kind of thing. I'll show you guys my run through where I did it in less than 10 minutes. I won't talk about the coins in this video. I've made a separate one, so if you need help with the coins and get into the castle, I'll have a guide for that linked. Before we get into the video, if you're looking to unlock one of the 3 camos or wars and rewards like the Royal Helix and Decipher camos, or maybe even the Nuke skin, or if you want the best schematic spot lobbies, be sure to check out Mitch Cactus. These guys are the biggest and most reliable sellers, offering legitimate services on all platforms. They've also launched a new cheap service where you can get up to a 60% discount on COD points. They have over 10,000 reviews on Trustpilot, so for all things Call of Duty, visit mitchcactus.com and use code RAGER at checkout for 5% off. So in order to get the shifting grid camo, the challenge says you need to successfully complete a Get High run in under 10 minutes, which basically means if you look at the timer, it starts at 15 minutes, so basically you need to get to the top with at least 5 minutes left on the clock. So I'll show you through my gameplay. The first obstacle are these shifting red columns. You want to get past those, you want to go around the corner here to the right, and you want to go across the moving red platforms. Get across those, don't fall off. There'll be lots of people jumbling into you, just don't worry about them. Then come around the corner, you get to the first checkpoint and go up to the right here, up the platform, and don't get squashed by these red pillows. Just go where I go, basically. That's how I like it. You might have a slightly better route, but if not, just do what I'm doing, basically. And then you get to the next part, you need to go past these orange turnstiles, and you go past the first one, get past the second one, and then once you do that, you want to turn right and go to these lifts here, basically. Hop onto these orange squares, it'll bring you to the next section, and you get to another checkpoint. Then what you'll need to do is you'll need to sprint and then quickly press the crouch button to quickly slide through these 2 parts we need to crouch. And then you'll get to these doors which come up, the red doors that go either up or down. Don't keep shifting lanes to left, middle or right, just stay in one lane. I stayed in the right one, and you basically need to go for the one that's going to give you the most time. So stick with the right, don't keep moving, whatever's easiest for you. And then when you get to this next section, there's going to be the green moving platforms. This can be quite annoying. A lot of people die here, I find. So don't rush. There's a real temptation to kind of rush to the next bit, but just if you're not sure if the platform's going to be there long enough and you might fall off, just wait a minute like I'm doing. Once you get past that, you'll get to the next checkpoint. You'll then need to go prone to go under this wall that you're going to move past, and then you'll need to hop up and jump over this wall and then get onto another green platform. You'll then obviously need to go prone here again, make sure you don't get knocked off there, and then you'll get to the next checkpoint and you'll need to run across these green lines here. And then what you need to do, make sure you don't fall off and get onto this next section. There'll be these green squares which go up and down, and you basically just need to hop onto those. Anytime you're jumping to a ledge, make sure you mash the jump button so that you don't miss it, otherwise you might fall off. Then you'll get to the 6th checkpoint, and there are these red doors which keep coming in and out. You obviously just want to avoid getting pushed off by those. If you're not sure, stay at the blue section and make sure you don't get pushed off by the red doors. You'll then get onto these rotating hexagonal green things. You'll then need to hop across onto these green squares, and you'll be brought up to the top. Don't fall off like I did originally the first time. And then once you reach the top, hop across onto the green squares, onto the blue platform, and you'll get to the next checkpoint. Keep coming forward onto the green hexagonal rotating platforms with the red walls. Stay in the middle, don't get pushed off. If you're leaning to one side, pull back, just stay in the middle, and if you can't go forward, stay where you are for a minute. Then hop across onto these green rotating walls, press crouch to jump off of it when you get on round to the other side. Hop onto the next one, and then when you get to this blue platform, you want to run and crouch to slide through it quickly rather than wasting time crawling through it. You then want to hop onto the next green wall, rotate round, get onto the next green wall, and then once you hop onto the platform, you can come across and you need to run onto these green pillars which are going up and down. You'll then reach the next checkpoint. You need to hop across once again, turn to the right, come up here, and you need to go, there's like a few thin green panels that you'll need to run onto. So hop over the first one, hop on the second one, round to the next section, and there'll be a coin if you need it. I would say don't run here. You can get to the green extension and stop. I would jump onto those bits and hop onto the upper tunnels rather than the ones below. Do as I do to either slide and jump over the orange things, then you'll get to the next checkpoint, and I'd hop onto this square here, turn right, and then up through the shipment container. It cuts out a lot of time and effort. Nice little shortcut. And then when you get up here, you can either keep going behind you, or I would hop across onto these sort of Tetris-like twisting cube structure. Just basically take it easy as you're running across it. Take shortcuts where you can, but don't run. If you feel like you might fall off, obviously just crouch so you're a bit slower, especially when you're near the last bit. Otherwise it's not worth dying there. Just take it easy and it'll cut out a nice little bit of the map, which is nice. And then you'll want to hop across onto the purple bit and you'll get up to this checkpoint and you've cut out all that part. Then jump onto the plane, hop across onto the plane wing, don't go left, and you'll need to make this little platform jump here. Just keep mashing the jump button and you'll make it. It looks quite a long jump, make sure you have a nice little sprint. Then you'll get up to the next checkpoint and there'll be these red walls. What you need to do is make sure that you get past the first one, wait in the little gap for a second, then get in the next one, wait for the 2 red walls to come together, then get to the 3rd gap, wait till the red wall goes past and then keep running. Then you'll get onto the green slope and up onto the top bit. Just make sure you don't fall off here and don't get squashed between the 2 red walls. You just need to keep alternating from one side to the other. Use the middle bit just to get past the red walls, and then you'll come across into this next section, a departures bit. You'll get into a plane, and instead of going left or downwards, you want to jump onto the escape slide here. You want to turn right and hop across onto the plane wing, jump across onto the ladder, and then I missed it the first time, but you want to hop across onto this second ladder as well. Once you do that, you want to come on top of the plane and you want to jump onto this rotating green hexagonal pillar. Again, it's quite narrow, quite far, so you need to be careful. And then once you get onto the blue platform, wait for this little square, stand onto it, don't jump, and then you'll come across to these green squares, jump onto them, and again mash the jump button so that you don't miss it, and then hop to the right and up this ladder. There'll be 3 red walls, 2 at the start and 1 at the end. Hop across onto that and you've skipped out this next part. Then you want to just go onto this green wall here. When it rotates around, obviously press the crouch button to come off. Come onto this green wall, aim at the yellow target and shoot it to move forward. Don't hop off of it, otherwise you'll die. And then hop around onto this green wall and you finish that section. You'll then want to step onto this green platform and it'll bring you up to some ladders. Hop across onto the ladders and then you want to run on this little green platform, and then you'll need to start doing some crouching. You can run here, but the thing is, if you run or try and be quick about it, you're likely to fall off. It's not worth it because then you have to do it again. You're just wasting more time. So crouch, make it easy for yourself and just gently bring yourself around it as quickly as you can. And then when you get near the end, you want to hop onto the platform depending on which route you took, and then you'll bring yourself around and you need to get to this 18th checkpoint. There is a coin there if you need. Once you get into the checkpoint, there's these green floating platforms. You basically don't want to jump. Stick to the left lane, stick to the left ones, and you don't need to jump. You just need to step onto the next one when they come next to each other. Then you'll get onto the blue platform and you'll want to wait for the green floating platforms to come down. You'll then need to step onto one. It will bring you onto another platform. You'll need to jump onto that basically when you get up to the next level, and it'll bring you up to the top level, and then you get to the next checkpoint. You're almost there, so don't ruin it now. When you're up here, what you want to do is hop across onto these green rotating hexagonal pillars again, and you don't want to fall off. I fell off the first time. There's the red walls on them, so obviously don't get squished between the red walls, and the red walls will stop going forward. So if you feel like you can't go forward anymore, just wait in the middle until you can get to the next bit, and obviously if you feel yourself going left or right, just pull yourself back into the middle. You'll then get past the first bit and you'll need to do the same thing again with the orange and green ones. Just very simple, just take it easy, be quick but don't rush it, and then you'll get to the next checkpoint. Here there's an orange wall which keeps coming up and you need to be careful, otherwise it will push you off, and there's a thin green walkway that you need to follow. The bit outside of that you're going to fall off. Don't get pushed off by the orange wall behind you, so be quick but not too quick. And then once you get there, you can hop across onto the green platform. It will bring you up to this top section, and there's like a floating wave of different green pillars. Again, you need to get across that, and once you've done that, you're going to get to the end of this event. Now, there is stairs here, but the stairs don't actually matter for this challenge, so you just need to get to that part with the 2 pink pillars, the part where it says you've gotten high. That's what you need to do in under 10 minutes. So there needs to be at least 5 minutes left on the clock, and if there's not, then you need to retry again. Now, if the time gets close to like 5-6 minutes and you're just sure you're definitely not going to do it, you might as well just quit and restart the game, because there's no point doing it if you're not going to do it. But if you do it at least as good as I show you here, you're easily going to get this challenge done. You might not do this the first time. It might take a little bit of practice. Just make sure you're practicing at each checkpoint to kind of get used to what you need to do, and if you're dying a lot at one specific checkpoint, just make sure you practice it to know what you need to do. Like I say, the stairs don't count for this, but you can go up to the top of the stairs through the portal to reach the castle if you need to get that camo as well. If you're struggling, take it easy and you just, like I say, just practice as much as you can. Take the shortcuts where you can. Make sure you're careful with your jumps. Don't rush things. If you're tempted to rush through, just wait for the platform to be there, otherwise you might miss it. And like I say, it's better to take a little bit longer but do it carefully rather than rushing and then dying, because then it will take longer to get back to where you were. So that's how to complete this Get High run in under 10 minutes. I made a few mistakes and I still did it no problem with about 45 seconds to spare. So it doesn't have to be a perfect run. You can make a couple of mistakes. As long as you're making good time, you should be fine. If you need help with the other challenge about reaching the castle and getting all 12 coins, I've got a separate guide for that. Feel free to check it out. I hope you guys found this helpful. If you did, be sure to drop a like on the video and check out my other Season 6 guides, like how to level up weapons fast, level up the battle pass. I've got other challenge guides, like I say, and feel free to subscribe to stay up to date with all my latest Modern Warfare 3, Warzone, and upcoming Black Ops 6 videos as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.